to do something for you guys, right? I didn't do anything for Virgo. I just didn't have the energy. It just wasn't there. I just didn't want to do it. I just did not want to do the thing. But I do want to be nosy tonight. I don't know why I want to be nosy. Maybe that's I I don't know. I think I'll just pull just some cards and see what they say because I'm nosy. Okay, that's one good thing is that I'm nosy. So let's see here. Where are we? We are technically in Virgo. We are already in Virgo. So Virgo, I don't know how this new moon in Virgo affected you. It was a black moon. I feel like we're getting over it. I'm still recovering from it. I heard it takes a few days to get over whatever this drain is from the black moon. Some of you guys may have been feeling this drain of the black moon. Now, I told you that I felt like I had to shut up. My ability to speak was curtailed. Now there could have been someone out there who purposely curtailed my ability to speak, and if so, I wish you would quit it. And if not, it was just the universe telling me to, you know, quiet. One fell on the floor, you guys. Hold on. Now, if you have not watched my readings before, one, I usually have more energy. But, you know, like I said, the sun is opposing my first house right now. So this is all you're getting. This is all I got. I don't got anything more than this. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to give something. I felt moved to come and talk about something. Now, you guys hold, I might have to run into the bathroom and blow my nose or something. Let's see if I'm able to do this. So, uh-oh. Just want to make sure it's even working. Like it was looking kind of weird there for a minute. Okay, so the first card that you got, Virgo, is the death and rebirth card in rebirth. Why is this a tongue twister? Let's start again. Virgo, you got the death and rebirth card in reverse, okay? And usually the death and rebirth card means I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to the new beginnings. But with it coming out in reverse, it says it's clinging to the past, fear of change, sentimental attachments, forces of destruction, mortality, end of hope, mourning loss. So this is the energy of transmutation and rebirth. It's a cycle in your life, a relationship, a belief, a career path, an outdated plan for the future is coming to an inevitable end. Deep breath in if this scares you, sweet light. This change is needed. I want to stop for a second and just say that I'm shocked that this came out first, because I swear, and we can go check on YouTube, that the last Virgo reading I did started with or had the death and rebirth card. Now, I don't know if it started with it, but I'm almost positive it had it. But this change is needed. And I thought about my daughter saying to me that her business that once brought in 6 figures a year, the website was going down in a few days. Know that this card urges you to release what is already losing energy. So it's already fading, whatever it is. So focus on things that are already gaining momentum. What is gaining momentum in your life? Like for my daughter, I think it's crocheting. Job crochets all the time and so organized. But welcome the possibility of something new and allow this phase to come into you gracefully and look toward the magic of this newfound horizon. There's something, because underneath its morbid exterior, the death card heralds exciting times filled with the brightness of so much more potential, that there's this new light that awaits. There's an Ace of Cups right on top of that. I also believe that because it came out in reverse, that's the antithesis of death, right? That's a rebirth. That I think you'll get that. And I think the Ace of Cups is like you'll get a sense of security, a sense of, that rebirth, depending on what it is, who it's for, what it's about, it can give you that sense of that breath of fresh air that you've been praying for, waiting for, hoping for, pleading for, because you've suffered. You've been working hard, you've been suffering, you've been working, and you've given so much, you're so done with it, you've worked, you've given, it's been so difficult, it's so frustrating, and I feel so bad for you that you've had to endure everything that you've done. With the 5 of Pentacles, I think it's time for you to start healing. I think it's time for you to start walking away from whatever this has been. Whatever has been really affecting your life in a negative way, I feel like it's time for you to walk away from it for good. Okay? Without a doubt. If it doesn't feel right, walk away. You've been working. Reminds me of something else my daughter said, like I've done all the work. I put in all this work. I've done so much, and when I can't do it, what happens? Everything falls apart. Like you've had so much stress on your back, so much responsibility. But it's time for you to walk away from that, because you've got to heal. You've got to heal, sweetie. You've got to heal and get yourself back to where you need to be. You got to get back to your center. Look, she's completely in her center. Completely. I think some Virgos can be transmuted. I just realized I need one more card, by the way. But I feel like some Virgos can be transmuted. I feel like you have the potential for definitely some form of, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. That was two. Oh, I got even more cards. And it's three cards this time. I'm going to take them. For some reason, several cards want to come out for you. I don't know why, but I'm going to let them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because after all that you've been through, all that has affected you, this needing to get into this healing, you've been worried about money, you've worked so hard, and having to get back into your center, I feel like you are the boss. You are the leader. You are the boss. You are the executive. The decisions do come from you. Sometimes Virgo, I mean, it might be a little difficult, right, to be the leader. Sometimes Virgos just like doing administrative stuff in the background. They really don't want to be in the front as the boss, the owner of the company or whatever. But you are able to handle the responsibilities. That's what you do. Look at this again in your center, and it's the Seven of Wands. And in this, she's actually like positioned on seven wands in the air in a bubble of like perfection. Again, it's telling you to get into your center. Get into that center up here or in here, wherever it is, or maybe up here. It might even be your one of those higher chakras right there, right? But Virgo, that's what you got to do. I feel like you're moving away from it. Look at that. You're moving away from it mentally, because a lot of this stuff, you know, when we get stuck in these patterns of illness and poverty and things like obesity and joblessness and I've had where I couldn't sleep. We've all go through certain things. Some people get addictions, but I feel like there comes a time when you've got to move away from it. I know that even everyone around you, we all can sense that it's time for you to move away from this. You sense it's time for you to move away from this. And there it is. You got the Magician. It's time for you to move away from it. And I think you have the ability, all the tools you need to move away from it. You know, the funny thing about the Magician, and this is to all Virgos who are dealing with health issues, the Magician normally has some form of health issue of some kind, but they have all the tools they need to win. You might have to be patient, the Temperance card. This might take a little patience on your part, but it ended on the High Priestess. It was an extra card that came out, especially for you. I think you need to use your intuition. When you use your intuition, you're going to win, Virgo. There's no doubt about it. I sense that with every part of my being. Why? One, just the sheer number of major arcana I just pulled out of this reading. No doubles, no face card. I mean, there's no kings, no queens, nothing. There's your Ace of Cups. This is your security. This is your emotional security. You'll be emotionally in a good place. But look at the level of major arcana that Virgo got in Virgo's reading in Virgo season. This is no joke. I'm struggling here to get them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana out of 10, 11 cards. So, of course, the first was this Death and Rebirth card in reverse. I mean, I'm glad that it was in reverse in a way, but not if you're expecting any kind of horrible thing to happen. I think some Virgos, like it says here with the Hermit, you need to get in there and meditate and pray and do EFT tapping and listen to binaural beats and do your meditations, maybe get some hypnosis. I don't know what it's going to take you, but you need to get into that space so it all is making sense to you again, because sometimes when it gets out of kilter and fear sets in and danger sets in and all those things, we get off balance. But I want you to know that you are the leader, you are the decision maker, you are the winner, you are the boss, Virgo. You might not feel like it, and right after the Emperor is the Magician. So yeah, you are definitely the boss. You can pull a rabbit out of your hat. You might not feel like you can, but you can. Even when you're ill, even when you're sick, because it exists within you. You might not know if you're really ill. You might need to just take this time to get into balance, to do the hermit thing, right? Do that. Because temperance is there asking you to be patient about it. But there's the high priestess, so I know it's meant to be. And you had that ace of cups, so I know it's meant to be. The seven of swords too here on the bottom. I feel like you've got lots of choices. You got lots of things you're going to find out and discover, and lots of different things. So, let it happen naturally. Whatever it is, have that patience you need and use that intuition of the high priestess. You're going to be moving away from whatever it is that's been really been hard for you, I think, really been painful for you.